Dallas home for podcasts, live streams, and unfiltered conversations. This is Dallas On Air.
The Groove, a podcast that's a transformational show about dance and a people's journey to success. That's just a vibe. Welcome to the couch.
The Groove, sponsored by the flyest station in the nation, flyradio.com. Your station for music lovers. Listen live 24 hours on flyradio.com. Download our app from the Google Play Store for talent or advertising opportunities. Please call 773-FLY-DIVA, otherwise known as 773-359-3482.
Some stories are told with words, others with a different language. The groove. Feel the rhythm. Embrace the moment. On Dallas On Air.
Welcome to the groove. Welcome to the groove. Where the vibe is, yeah. Where the vibe is real. And the sound is different. Hosted by Adrian Carson. Featuring DJ Jammagic, DJ Bam. Turntables moving, energy rising. This ain't just music, it's just culture. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Lock in, and feel the groove.
What I'm talking about.
Welcome to the Groove.
Sir.
You have heard the debut of the new Groove anthem done by our own DJ Jammagic. Welcome to the couch. I'm glad to have both my brothers back. This is going to be part 2 of DJ Jammagic and DJ Bam. Welcome to the couch, fellas.
Thank you for having us. Thank you, brother.
That was fire. So DJ Jammagic did the flyer for tonight and the intro music, so get used to it. I heard it live with you all first here tonight on The Groove. Man, listen, no technical difficulties. Let's go. First and foremost, my two brothers from another mother, we have turned some corners together like nobody's business. Just to kind of kick off where we were last time with both of you all, we all met in the Philippines, where we, unbeknownst to us, came kings and legends in our various dance forms as well as DJing. And so I am super, super pleased to have you both here tonight.
We're glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
We're going to start.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're going to start with DJ Jammagic and his apparel because I want to make sure that everybody knows. So before we go there, tell us again, DJ Jam. I call you Eric, but for the purposes of the show and your branding, we're going to call you DJ Jammagic tonight. Q Point Apparel. Tell us what the motivation for it was, and please reintroduce the presence of what Q Point means.
So Q Point, pretty much every DJ knows what a Q Point is because every DJ uses Q Points. A Q Point is a precision, it's a timing, a spot on a record where you can get to at any time, and it's always on time. That's why Q Point, always on time. As soon as you hit that button, it's right at that Q Point, right at that spot. So I figured that was just the perfect name for a clothing line for DJs. Of course, it's not just for DJs. I mean, because Q Point is about perfect timing. I mean, perfect timing is in DJing, perfect timing is in performing, perfect dancing, you know, everything, pretty much everything relies on perfect timing. So it started as a DJ line, but it's turning into a line. So
what I love about it is it encompasses everything that we do as striving for the goal, seeking perfection, whether it is athletics, whether it is sports, whether it is officiating, whether it is DJing, whether it is dancing. Timing is everything. And the precision of timing, being at the right place at the right time, is when all of our opportunities have unfolded for all of us. Unbeknownst to everybody else, not thinking that we had the talent or actually knowing what kind of talent we possessed.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
So with that introduction, we're going to go ahead and play some of your apparel commercials, sir, of Q Point. Okay. Let's go. On the groove.
Q Point. Always on time. Always on time. Always on time. Before they hear you,
they see you. Presence is everything. Stepping clean, yeah, we on time. Every move hit, every moment shine.
level up.
Now they all alive.
Q Point.
Redefine.
Yeah. Walk in the room, now the energy shift. Image elevated, yeah, the standard is this. From the booth to the stage, we don't miss. Precision in motion, yeah, we built for this. It ain't your style, it's the way that you move.
When you locked in time, you got nothing to prove.
Q Point.
Elevate your image.
Always on time.
Just cue it.
Q Point. Always on time. Always on time. Built for the club, built for the stage, built for the spotlight. Built for the moment. Q Point. Always on time. Move with precision, own your shine. Q Point. Apparel. Always on time.
Fire. Well, you took the homework assignment and got an A++ from the last time we talked, my friend.
Yeah, I ain't playing, man.
Only one thing's missing is me in that apparel, so you're going to get some videos for your next Q Point commercial. Please understand.
That's what I need.
Yeah, and we're going to get some orders. I would like to model that with my brand as well. So we need to talk about what that'll look like as well. So for the merch and all that other kind of good stuff. What do you think, Bam? What do you think of our boy?
My man always on point. Y'all know how we do. Q Point, on point.
So
and I love what he was saying about the cueing because, of course, with the DJing, you got to kick that beat in. And that's why the 1200s were so important back in the days for us because it was the turntables that the belts kept running. They didn't stop. So when you kick your whatever you kind of cut in, it was on point, the cue point, and then on drumming, when I'm drumming, if anything, like they say, I'm the heartbeat of the band. I can't screw up. If I screw up, it's a train wreck.
Right. So when you are playing in a band and whoever is orchestrating, whether someone has a solo or whether you have a solo, how do you transition to those cue points?
Usually whoever the leader of the band is, they'll turn around and they'll either cue point you in, or cue A, solo. So, but the solo can't go right as he says solo because at that moment he's saying solo. So I have to wait so many seconds. So like hey DJ Bam solo now. See what I'm saying? So in 4 counts, once he told me that, I knew in 4 counts I had to come in on my solo.
Okay.
So when he called DJ Bam or Darrell or Bam or Church Boy as they call me, either way it go, I knew within 4 beats I had to come in on that 4 count.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about, when you came back to the States, you started DJing for churches. As a matter of fact, my uncle's church, our uncle's church. Tell me about the transition of the mindset that you have for playing in the church versus outside at a night spot.
Me and Chap, we talked about that about a couple of days ago when we called ourselves getting our lives changed and going to church and everything. And I battled with it. He battled with it. And of course, there's good music and bad music. I love what my former pastor told me. He said, there's good music and there's bad music. The thing about music is the music itself is not bad. It's the wording that makes it bad.
Correct.
It's not, music is never bad.
Right.
Yeah. It's the wording. So once he told me that, I figured it out. So of course, by the time I got myself into church where I wanted to really make sure I was doing what I needed to do, Kirk Franklin was a monster for me. He came at the right time for me.
Oh, because he took pop culture and brought it into gospel?
Yes. And then so for me, when he came out with Stomp and here got doggone George Clinton, Funkadelic in the background, I was like, oh, that's me. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this, So, and then you get John P. Key, then you get one of my favorite, Marvin Sapp. So you get all these guys, and Fred Hammond, who's a bass player. You get all these guys into this because they're when they're playing, their bands and themselves are emulating some of what you call the secular music. They're bringing it in there.
Absolutely.
So it was simple. It was easy for me to digest it my cousins said as a drummer. He said, "Oh man, I heard what you did up there because I'll be in church, I'm going to a go-go beat and go right, you know what I'm saying? So it's what they always say, it, Chap knows it. It's soul. We cannot help the soul that is running through our veins. When you go out there and you do your dancing, Adrian, yeah, we might have our little routine. Eric, you remember? We had our little routines, but goddamn, when it was time to solo, it's time to shine.
Yeah.
It's time to shine.
Turn the lights up.
No format now. Yeah, you are in your own groove. You are now cue pointed up to do your thing.
Right.
And that's what I love about us. We have known each other for over 40 plus. The stuff we did as children, we still do now.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. Because what it is people think when you hit a certain age, you're supposed to stop doing certain things. Yeah, maybe you might need to stop doing some stupid stuff. But what you're doing that brings you joy and brings others joy, you don't stop that.
Yeah, and that inner peace. That inner peace is profound.
Think about it. You still getting it on the dance floor.
Always
elevated himself, and, transferred himself into more of a DJ producer and an entrepreneurship,
And a sound engineer. Let's not leave that out.
Yeah, all that. He's done all that within in 3 years. He said, "Hey, I'm not sick of DJing. I just want to perfect something else that I got inside me."
Absolutely.
And you just saw the opening. That was perfection, bro.
Yeah.
That's what all that studying was.
The drive in us is unimaginable because living in a protected environment overseas and being able to be potted by the right people, be fertilized by the right people, put in the right type of environment to flourish, and we haven't stopped yet. And I am so excited about you two and proud of you two. Before we go back into Q Point, I'm going to play what I asked you to find for me, Bam, of you and Chap together.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Oh, I got to put my glasses on for this. Hey, this wasn't scripted, man. We just
First time we saw each other.
Yep.
Well, that's what we do. Impromptu. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
What I love about that are the complexities that people don't realize. So as a promoter, I encompass a lot of DJs. A lot of DJs in my box want me to put them on, want me to hire them and bring them to Dallas and things of that nature. But what they don't understand is where my foundation of music has come from. Mm-hmm. And they don't understand the precision that as a dancer, I expect out of a DJ. I expect musicianship out of a DJ. So when that shows you and Magic and the way his hand is trembling on that vinyl with no headphones, on beat, on time, on the cue point, people need to understand where my foundation is. And that's what makes this vehicle of a podcast very important, because we all got together because of dance. Mm-hmm. That's what brought us all together. And then the sports and the friendship, all of that stuff was simultaneous. But what people don't understand is there are levels to DJing and there are levels to playing music. And there's nothing wrong with anybody at those certain levels. But like we talked about last time, Jammagic was the initiator of the MASH. You know, all of these DJs have come up with this concept, but they don't know the origination of it. Unlike dance, you know, you have to know the origination and foundation of it if you consider yourself a master of the dance, like I do, or knowledgeable enough to speak to where the dance genres started, where they came from, how they morphed, how they immersed into something else. As DJs, you both do that simultaneously, and that was unscripted. You just got in there, you didn't have on no headphones, he didn't have on no headphones, and nothing was off beat. And then we finally heard what you was teasing the whole time. and when DJs get in my inbox, you're like, man, put me on. I was like, man, I haven't heard you play. And I don't want you to send me something. I need to see you, because I need to make sure what you're doing is you, and you're not giving me something. You can appreciate this, Bam. You taught me this. You're not giving me something you ripped from somebody else.
Yep. Thievery.
So
stolen product.
So often I see DJs in the back of the room Shazamming and what was the other one? Soundhound.
Yeah, all that stuff.
And I'm like, invest in your craft. So let's talk about that as DJs. Now, you mentioned 1200s, which I'm familiar with because of you all. Are 1200s still the thing
Yes.
for DJs? Because I know people have those DAC boxes and those controllers and all that. What do you all say to that?
1200s will always be the thing. They've got a lot of different models out now that emulate the 1200s, and some of them might be like, I have a set of 1200s in my cases. They're just M cases. I use reloops, RP7 7000 MK2s. That's what I use. I love these things. I love my 1200s too, but these things are a beast.
Okay.
And they're black. I like that black. I don't have the black 1200, so I like that black because it's the same color as my mixer.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, but there's a lot of turntables out now that are pretty close to the 1200s, and the 1200s actually have gotten more expensive but cheaper. They cost more, but they're using cheaper parts. They're nowhere near the same weight. I think they're using a lot of plastic parts because I think, don't quote me on this, I thought that they Techniques had sold to Panasonic or somebody. I don't know who it was, but they didn't make them for a while. But now they came out with the MK7s. They look beautiful, but I've talked to DJs that use them, and they trying to get rid of them. They want to go back to the Mark IIs, the originals, Yeah. So I want to get my hands on one, but I ain't got $1,200 to be putting on the one turntable.
How much? How much?
$1,200.
$1,200
cost $1,200 now. It's crazy.
wait.
But think about this. Back in the days, for us, in the 80s, they were 500.
500. Yep.
Right.
Yep. They were 500, but they were better.
For two of those, that was $1,000.
But they was better. They was better back then, though.
Yeah. What type of speakers are you using now?
Me?
Yeah, because I need speakers for the studio. And I don't, wait. Hold on. Let's time out real quick. Let's be clear. This is a enclosed studio where bass can't be too loud. So I don't need top of the line that you may be using, but I do want to know what you're using.
You might want to talk to Darrell about speakers, because I'm not actually functioning right now DJing outward. So I still got my same PVs. I love my PVs.
Okay.
What are they? I can't remember what they're called. PV, looking at them. Can't see the name of them. They're the dual 15s. They got dual 15s and the horn in it.
Okay.
I think they're, I can't remember what they're called. I love them though.
But they're still pricey. I saw some PVs at Guitar Center the other day when I was looking at speakers. I was like, okay.
PVs are great. Huh?
Did you check on those towers? Because some of those towers are loud. The little towers with a sub.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got subs too, but I've got, my subs are, like I said, I've had my speakers for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't broke,
don't fix it. Hey, if it ain't broke, you ain't got to pay no more.
So since we were last on Jammagic, how has your apparel line been doing?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I haven't even been checking into it. I've been so busy with this AI, trying to create this creator AI and trying to promote this Q Point. I haven't even been on the dang page to see what it's doing, man.
Okay. Well,
yeah, so I really don't know.
Well, I'm gonna get on the link tomorrow,
okay,
and start trying to get some merch. So,
all right,
and I'm gonna make that a must for all of the DJs that work for me.
Yeah, that's what's up. I got some DJs out here. I gotta get some stuff too.
They need to get some merch. So I'm gonna tell them, hey, I need you to kind of start supporting this product so we can get you where we need to get you in this apparel business.
Yeah. Some nice stuff, man.
It's really nice. It's really nice.
Oh, yeah, I love, especially that powder blue.
Oh, I knew you was gonna talk about the powder blue.
Man, that powder blue got me wanting to do some things.
I don't need any more guy kids, so let's move on. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna play DJ Bam on the percussions.
Uh-oh, here we go. He would say, uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So I see you still rocking your head. Do you still make the noise you used to make when you was playing?
Yeah, because I feel it. What I learned growing up and listening to George Benson, and I thought it was one of the most profound things to see George Benson mimic what he was saying.
I was listening to him today.
And I was told, if you say it, you'll play it.
Okay.
So if I go doo-ka-doo-ka-doo-ka-doo, my body is gonna make me go doo-ka-da-ka-doo-ka-doo.
Okay.
So listening to him, and his hands are going, you see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So when I'm playing, I'm I'm humming to myself, and then I had this, man, I had to do a lot of stuff, man, so my timing would stay, because I would get so excited playing. So I was chewing gum.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I thought I got you out of chewing gum at the Mirror Lounge.
No, I chewed gum because I was trying to keep my timing. And then what I found out about keeping my timing as a drummer, where I don't speed up or I don't slow down, what it came back down to really was staying focused and not really getting happy.
Mm-hmm.
We get happy, Think about when we play football and we see somebody we just about to hit.
Oh yeah.
We get happy.
Oh yeah, we get tight, ready to explode.
Right.
Well,
And that's how I feel.
Used to anyway.
That's also, yeah. That's how I feel when you get ready to break loose on a run, lay the ball up. You know what I'm saying? You get excited. So as a drummer, drummers who are the heartbeat of the band, we can't get excited. So I just started focusing, smiling at the people in the audience. So that kept my timing, just looking at people's response and stuff. So that helped me keep my timing. Plus, also mentally keeping myself where I would bring myself down, where I would get too excited. And it's also DJing when you're cutting and scratching.
Yeah.
Chapman can tell you can get happy.
When that break comes, that's when I get excited. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah.
And then don't let that, when transforming came, Chapman tell you.
Yeah.
When transforming came, it even made you faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just had to zone it in.
Yeah. So when it comes to dancing, it's similar. It's similar in a lot of ways because, dancing starts with breathing. And people think dancing starts with moving, and it doesn't. It starts with breathing. And that breathing is attached to a count. And so in order for, like, when you see dance performances like Alvin Ailey and things like that, everybody's breathing the same. Taking breaths at the same time, that type of unity and synchronicity is what has to take place. So you don't get anxious, so you don't get excited, so you stay in the pocket. And so when you kind of took my thunder, but I'm going to expound on it. So when as you're both DJing, and for you, Jammagic, it's the break, bam, what is it for you when you start getting excited? Is it when you are about to tease something old with something new that both of them are fire? Or is it like when the break comes, because I'm just going to say it, we don't have music with breakdowns anymore, which is when we went to work. That's when we went to work on the breakdown.
Right.
Stand back. Lights, camera, action. Here we go.
Remember, we had songs where it said, hey, ho, hey.
Yeah.
We had, those were breaks. Think about the greatest break ever was in Planet Rock. That was the break. The break gave the dancer his time to shine. The break actually gave the musicians the time to shine, because the musicians had been singing throughout the whole song. Now it's like horn section. They're giving them their break. They're giving them their time to shine, And the music today, shine was taken away with singers replacing the break with rappers.
That makes sense.
Right. The rappers stole the break. Now there is no break because most music today, and I think DJ Jammagic will agree with me on this, the break today is none. There is no break. Everything is looped now.
Here's the thing. DJ's got a secret weapon, though. They call it stems. We can make a break wherever we want. All we have to do is hit that cue point and take the acapella out. Now it's just a break. It's just a beat. Now we can do whatever we want. We want to put it back in, hit that cue point, and then put it back in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually, technology is insane now what you can do. You can take the percussion out of the song. You can take the beat out. So whatever, it's 4 different parts. You can take whatever you want out of it. So you can remix the song live with cue points. Using stems,
okay.
Using the stem. So I'm telling you, it's insane. It's insane.
You better
So
teach.
We make our own breakdown now.
So Jammagic, before you get to the break, when you're anticipating the break and you start getting hype, what is it that you're about to do?
I'm about to either mash something up or cut something up.
Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna tell you something. This started back in 1981 or 2. My dad used to make me study music. I had to know where every break in the song was because as a partner, when we became the Jammagic show, he was the MC, I was the DJ. So what he would do is he knew when he was going to start MCing. And when he was going to start, I had to be throwing that next song in. So as soon as that song breaks, he's talking, and I'll mix it into the next song. Okay. And by the time I fade and switch, he's done talking, and the new song comes in. That's how we operate. So whenever a break comes, something's got to happen. I got to do something. I'm either going to cut the song in, or I'm going to mix it in, but something's going to happen.
So how long did it take Dad to get you to that point? Because I know your dad, my dad, and Ray would just look at us. and didn't say nothing.
So when I left the Philippines in 83, I think it was 82 or 83 I left, 81 of those, that's when me and my dad started DJing together, and we formed the Jammagic show because, I was Dr. Jam, he was Mr. Magic.
Right.
So at that point, literally all my friends, anybody in Alaska that hung out with me will tell you, they used to have to come to my house because I wasn't going outside. I was in there studying this music. I was listening, learning, cutting up, mixing, everything. They would come to my house and literally sit there and watch me for hours. I have like 6 people in the room just watching me just cut up for hours. It was crazy.
Mouth wide open in shock, disbelief.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had one guy tell me, older guy, he's one of my friends from back then. I had talked to him, and he said, man, I remember sitting in there and the stuff they doing now, man, you was doing all that back then.
Right.
I think I was my sickest when I was in Alaska and when I first came to Florida. Because in Alaska, when I was in high school, that's all I did. I didn't do nothing else, man. I came home, I went straight to homework. I don't know what homework is. I done that crap in school. I was on the turntables when I got home. One class, I do the homework for the next class, and the next class, I wasn't bringing homework home. My homework was on turntables. So that's when I was at my best. So
yeah. And and we're older now, so sadly to say, marriage and children and work and all that it takes from us now. Yep. We would like to spend all that time we did as children. Now that's why you gotta thank God for our parents, our moms and dads, because they did make it easy peasy for us.
Yeah,
they did.
Where we were able to, and then I'm gonna give flowers now. I'm giving flowers to Miss Carson. I'm giving flowers to Eric's mother, Miss Chapman. They were not my biological mothers, but they poured into me.
So stop right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. So one of the things coming to the Philippines, I struggled with, and it was with you two calling my mom at first. I struggled with it because it was so new to me that I was like, wait a minute, but that's my mom. But then my mom sat me down and she goes, son, listen, I'm not just for you. I come from the streets, and people can tell that I've come from the streets. So I'm not just your mom. I'm whoever that I can help, that I love, which are these nappy head boys that you hang around, which are your brothers. And when I tell them to get right, they're gonna get right. And so I was like, okay, I'm good. So go ahead, Darrell.
You know, when we were we're in school when all the new records are coming out. You know, we can't get to the BX and everything to get the records because now the young GIs or whoever, they're unloading no records on us. You know, by the time we get there, we stuck with Kenny Rogers. Let me stop, but everything was gone.
Yeah.
Then you all's mothers would say, Darrell, I have a stash of records in the back for you. So when you get out of school, they'll be back there waiting on you. Come on, man.
Yep. She sat from my dad. That's where my dad would always go in there.
Yep.
And Miss Carson would have them records, a pile of them. Everything came in, would be sitting there waiting for him. And he'd buy them all. He just buy them all.
and half of them were records that they told her that they wanted, that the BX wasn't ordering as she ordered special. Yeah. Wow. I remember going back there one time and I was like, how are you getting all these records? And she did three things. She went to Billboard of hot tracks that weren't out yet and started ordering that way. And based on your dad's guidance, Eric, that's how she started getting all of the new stuff. So it wasn't her just figuring it out. She started some of it, but your dad is the one that gave her the guidance that kind of perfected how she went about getting and ordering and having them arrive right as they were hitting or right before they hit.
Yeah.
Because I always wondered about that. I was like, Mom, how'd you do that? And they're like, oh, well, Mr. Chapman is, doing all of that. I was like, oh, okay. She goes, yeah, we don't do anything by ourselves. We always have somebody else. So that reminds me. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off. And another thing I loved about us, we were not haters. If somebody got the brand new song, we dubbed it. Remember, we dubbed it off. Everybody had it. Nobody was trying. This is mine. You can't have it. Well, you don't DJ, so how you gonna play it? You know what I'm saying? I control the Teen Center, Joker.
So how did you all get the job at the Teen Center DJing and the middle school dances and the high school dances?
I don't even remember. Darrell hopefully got a better memory than me.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Okay.
Miss Kinsler, Fred Kinsler's mother, who was over the Teen Center. Remember, Fred was like 2 or 3 years older than
everybody was older than us.
There was another guy named Miguel Gieske. Remember, they were the ones that ran. They were the DJs. Remember, they graduate now. Who's gonna take over?
Right.
And I would always go sneak in the booth in there and put records on. So Miss Kinsler said, "Well, you like doing this?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Well, you the DJ now." I said, "Oh, I'm the DJ." So now I'm the DJ. And I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do, but I know there's other people that has better talent than me. Hey, Eric. I know there's other people that got connections. So Pop. and I'm gonna be very honest. And this is my roses to you all. My friendship with you all is tighter than my friendship with people here in Florida, in Tampa, Florida.
Oh yeah, that's
for sure.
Yeah.
One thing I tell them all the time, we never hated on each other.
And we never fell out.
No, we boost each other.
Yeah, we never fell out.
Eric, I remember when I called myself want to start DJing, and Eric pretty much, like I said, his words were, "I can't let you do that."
I remember when I brought you from Florida to San Antonio, and you're like, "I don't have a job." I said, "I already got a job waiting for you."
Yeah, I had a job down there in downtown San Antonio.
Right. Had a job. I already knew the club owner. Don't worry. I got you
I'm in there
covered.
DJing.
Walking up.
Hey, and on top of that, he had me covered by a real job. I was working for UPS too. He got me that job.
Absolutely.
You know,
that's what we do.
See how we feed each other. We're not crabs. We're not one trying to get out the pot and the other one grabbing the other one by the ankle pulling down. We're trying to, hey man, get a ladder. Help him get up out of here because I know if he get out, I can get out.
Man, this is so much fun. For everybody that doesn't know, the Teen Center was a place where we went and hung out. It was a rec center, and it was a dance hall too. It was like a real club for kids, and so that's kind of where we perfected all the things that we were doing. That's where I started really dancing. And then that, as everybody knows, that went to opening shows for seeing Stars of Joe Carino, getting special permissions from the base commander to use a club inside the Airmen's Club during school hours, the Mirror Lounge. So we were well ahead of our time, and it was interesting that all of the kids that were older than us were looking up to us.
Ain't that crazy?
Isn't that crazy? We were always the it factor. And I am so proud of you guys, and we are going to continue to promote you and support you and make sure your brands succeed and excel. We're going to make sure we do all of those things. And I'm going to put my brand behind it to make sure we do. And this is a good platform because I know we have a lot of people that's going to be looking at Q Point. So I need you to get some eyes on that website, my friend, so we can make sure these orders are getting out on time. Because when I hit that thing, I'm going to let you know I'm hitting it.
Hey, when it hits like that, I'll know. It'll hit me up that way. So
Okay.
I'm waiting for it.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and take care of some business real quick, so stand by, you two. So tomorrow night, we're having our swing out class, 7 to 9 p.m. After that, we will be having our line dance class. So if you're a first timer, you don't know what you want to do, come. We have new beginners coming every week. We do a lot of community service, so we have some community initiatives come up. Go to groovetheorydallas.com and register and subscribe for the newsletter. You're going to see some things about Q Point. You're going to see some things about where DJ Jam is playing. You're going to see some community service things. And then coming up April 10th, we have my Two Parties Under One Roof, and we are in our 10th year. And we have the #1 DJ for Chicago Stepping, DJ Myron the R, and one of the top DJs, DJ Stevie Ray, coming in from Houston. Myron R, we're going to be celebrating his birthday. The place is almost sold out. So if you haven't got your table and ticket, I suggest you get it. Other than that, again, this is going to be the party of April. And we're going to be celebrating Jackie Dallas's birthday as well as all other April birthdays. So please come on out.
Aries.
Oh, yeah, Aries. And just so we keep things straight because I don't need no problems, DJ Bam's birthday is April 4th. It was the first birthday that I was threatened to never forget after my initial families. And I have never forgotten it. So I don't know what he did to threaten me to not forget his birthday, but it's coming up in a few days on April 4th. And my brother, you look nothing like the age that you are. None of us do. And I think that's from an upbringing of quality assurances and knowing how to move and when to move. So I'll be calling you that morning, as I do every day.
Yes, sir.
Every year.
That's right. Every year.
Every year. Anything, Jammagic, how can we get your apparel again?
QPointApparel.com.
QPointApparel.com. And just so everybody knows, I was never on Facebook. It was a conversation that I had with Darrell. He goes, man, all these people asking about you. I'm like, so? He goes, no, it is not so. I need you to get on Facebook. Guess how he got me to get on Facebook? He guilted me. How can your God kids get a hold of you if they don't know what you're doing and where you at? That moment, he walked me through, Mr. Non-Technical, he walked me through how to sign up for Facebook. And I've been on Facebook ever since. Now I only use it pretty much as marketing and things of that nature, but reaching out to people that I don't recall. Darrell knows everybody. And I know my head wasn't in the cloud when I was a kid. I just remember us. I don't remember all of the people that were outside of our group or outside of that teen center hangout. I really don't. And I think it was because I was so immersed in dancing.
Yep.
That
practices.
Right.
Tell them about practices. 'Cause my students look at me now and they're like, okay.
Practices. he would have the music. We kind of like vote on the song that we wanted to dance to. Once we came down to the song that we were going to dance to, we all would get our initial steps that we were going to do together. And then we would get the next thing I would say would be when was it time for me to go shine? When was my solo, so to speak, my dance break, you know? So we would get all those, and Adrian was a perfectionist. And you see where it's gotten him to today, you know? And I when I danced, I didn't know nothing about dancing in a group. I didn't know about, when it was time for me to dance. I thought every time I got on the dance floor, it was time for me to dance.
Listen, so let me tell you, Darrell had a temper, and I choreographed then just like I choreograph now. And you can imagine, he's older than me. And he telling me to respect his elders, and I'm telling him to get right and do it like this. And he want to go out on tangent. Second beat, he want a solo. There you go, moonwalking up. I was like, not yet.
Yeah, so and then the same thing with us, with Zach, with me and Eric, when you left, when you and Julius and Reggie left, when the original members of the Junior Boogaloos left, I was by my side, and then Eric came to me and said he formed a goddamn dance group called Zap. And I said, well, who is Zap? He said Mickey, and I knew Mickey could dance, and he said Derek Miles. I said, Derek? I said, Derek can dance? He said, yeah. He said, yeah, Derek can dance. And my first introduction to Derek was at the Nipa Hut.
Oh, where the battles used to happen.
There you go.
Nobody ever battled me. Why is that? Nobody ever battled me.
Who gonna goddamn get shamed? Hey, and the worst place to get shamed is in school. Come on, and you become a legendary shamer.
I didn't have any battles.
Get shamed?
I'll tell you what. The only dance contest I ever lost was with you, against you, and I'll never forget. I was dancing with Kwanjai, and I was killing it. And then she started rubbing her stomach and turning in circles. I was like, what are you doing?
She was hungry.
And that's what she said. She goes, I'm hungry. I was like, well, you gotta wait. I lost. That was the only time in my life I've ever come in second place, was to you at that moment.
Do you know why I never understood what you never did? You never danced with our sis. You would not dance with Tanya.
Tanya did not want to dance with me because I was such a slave driver. And my tail was critiquing everything. That's why when she danced with the Junior Boogaloos, I gave her her part and I left her alone. Because, Tanya's like my mom and she like fighting. So I wasn't trying to have none of that. We didn't call it smoke then, but I wasn't trying to have any of that heat from her. That light-skinned girl with the red hair and the freckles, I was leaving her alone. So that's why I never danced with Tanya, because Tanya, always said I was too much of a perfectionist. She couldn't have fun.
She was the baddest female dancer.
Please understand, she was my mama's daughter.
She was the baddest female dancer at the school, you know. And like I said, looking at my brotherhood with you all on this platform that we're on the podcast here, like I said, Saturday's my birthday, and I'm still here to smile, be happy, see you all progress, see you all grow, see and the great thing about like we always say, we 6 feet above,
right?
Can't get no better,
right?
Can't get no better,
right?
We 6 feet above, and we're still doing stuff that we love. We're still acknowledging each other. We're still promoting each other. We're still giving each other pats on the back. We're still encouraging each other, and that's what people don't understand about true friendship.
And guess what? They don't also understand. They don't know that we don't drink, we don't smoke, and we don't cuss.
Nope.
As grown as we are. I love you guys. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up, man. And my web developer that's watching promised me that all of these podcasts will be caught up on the on my YouTube page by tomorrow, all of them. So right. If you didn't catch us tonight, go subscribe to the YouTube page. We're going to go ahead and put up the ways that you can subscribe to us. Any parting words before we get out of here, fellas? Love you both dearly.
Don Cornelius said it best. Love, peace, soul.
All right, guys. Love you. We're going to wrap it up, and I will call you shortly. Thanks for joining us on the couch again.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Good job, Adrian.
Good job, you too. Great job.
All right.
Yes, sir.
The Groove is an interview-style podcast with real conversations and real gems. Hosted by Adrian Carson. Support it. Tap in.
Let me guess you lie.
Are you ready to bring the elegance back to dance? Joy Master instructor Adrian Carson.
At Grove Theory, Dallas.
Chicago Steppin' Tuesdays.
Swing Out Thursdays.
Smooth music.
Grown vibes. Unforgettable.
Are you ready to bring the elegance back to dance? Join Master Instructor Adrian Carson.